Magandang hapon mga kapuso. Welcome to the latest edition ng FYI. Kahapon lang nakausap po natin si DILG Secretary General Eduardo Anyo at pinag-usapan po natin yung local law and order issue. At sa mga nakaraan na episodes, na-interview din natin si Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad, former President Speaker of the House Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, Justice Carpio, several cabinet members. But today, meron tayong special guest. In fact, this is the first time na meron tayong local government official na kakausapin. But it's no less than Yorme ISKO Moreno. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Hi, Professor. Thank
you. It's a pleasure po to...
Manonood.
Yes, so as you may have noticed, medyo behind the schedule tayo nagsimula, no? At that's why yung first na tanong na siguro I want to start is, what is a day in the life of Mayor Moreno, Isko Moreno? Kasi sobrang busy po kayo. Kita ko agad. Pasok dito, labas yan. May envoy from EU all around the world. May sinent up kayo na something new from New York.
Yeah, we tested the machine that one of my dreams in Manila to make technology viable and accessible. And if possible, that it can be made free to everybody. And if New York can do it, why not Manila? No? So yun yung concept. Like the thing that we've been doing to a lot of departments and respective fields sa pagsasayos sa Manila. So far, na-testing namin. So sa mga manonood, mamaya, antabayanan ninyo, mga 6 o'clock. Ilo-launch natin yung doon sa green open space, sa park. No?
Dito sa harap ng City Hall.
Dito sa harap ng City Hall, yung nilinis nating Taytay Island. No? Yung kawawa naman si Andres Bonifacio. But now, clean, clear, with green, and well-lit park for everybody. Now we are adopting technologies to be included in a manner that it is parang bagay sa panahon natin. So yun yung minisita natin. But on a regular day, I would go to the office as early as possible and meet a lot of people. And
as early as what? 6 a.m.?
Like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Meet a lot of people, engage with a lot of people, yung ordinaryong tao at mga matataas na tao. At saka in between, you give directions to specific bureaus or departments of the local government unit. Then we attend to netizen. I provide department heads of the respective fields of commentaries, suggestions of netizens, or even complaints.
So interactive ito, no?
Tapos we protect their names. We protect, except for humingi ng assistance. No? But with regard to complaints, we protect their identity. I just forward those messages to particular department. Tapos yung administrative responsibility ng isang mayor. But on a challenging weather condition, no? Minsan konti, may tulog naman. Bagay, wala naman problema sa tulog eh. Yung walang tulog. Ang mahirap yung walang gising.
Yan lang.
But on a regular day, I address the plight of our students, their concerns, the parents with regard to the weather condition. As I have promised, we will try to make it as early as possible, even to the point the night before, kung meron na kaming available na data. In this case, I would trust agencies of the national government like PAG-ASA, DOST, and in fairness to PAG-ASA, DOST,
medyo accurate naman yung forecast.
Updated sila lagi. No? But, this is weather. You can only come up with probability.
Probabilistic forecast.
Diba? But weather may change. May sudden change yan. Nakala mo biglang mahina ulan, biglang malakas pala. Or nagbago ng path in matter of an hour or two. Correct. Or even speed of this. There's science behind it. So And I'm not a scientist and a weather scientist. I would rather trust the judgment of the people of Pagasa and the UST. No? Whatever they furnish us with regard to data, ayun naman ang aming magiging decision making. Maaari minsan, ginagawa namin alas 2, minsan alas 4, minsan naman alas 9 ng umaga. Ibig sabihin, nakapasok na yung ibang bata because for the simple reason, yung panahon sa umaga, maayos. While I value the safety of everybody, I value also education. This is now a balancing act. So, but if we receive at 10 o'clock in the morning a new update for the afternoon weather, then we cancel the afternoon class. Ganun naman
So,
siya.
real-time governance talaga.
Real-time to. Kaya,
And data-based. Data-driven public policy.
Okay. Ganito lang siguro yung I always wanted to run it with logic. And logic, sometimes, hindi lang siya gut feel.
So, hindi lang instinct.
Hindi lang instinct.
Hindi lang instinct.
It has to be the basis of any action. As much as possible, at least 80% of our action should be based on data given or available in the market or maybe in respective agencies of the national government and the local government. Para naman hindi masayang yung resources ng Kasi never akong believer ng shotgun.
Approach, no? Dapat
Never.
calibrated, surgical, data-driven.
Yes, kailangan may direction talaga. Kailangan, why are we going to do this? What are we going to achieve? Now, if it is achievable, then so be it. Let's try. And that's why, for so many instances, you heard me that I would rather try and fail than fail by not trying at all. Kasi stagnation or hibernation will give you nothing. You have to take that certain level of risk. If corporations or conglomerates of this world, hindi yan lumaki ng walang risk. You really have to...
But calibrated risk.
Calibrated risk. This is not
hindi
risk.
Reckless.
Wala naman yun.
Yes.
Yung medyo kastupiduhan naman yun. Wag naman yung ganun. I'm just saying that kaya kung may data ka, you can calibrate decisions, policies, and programs that you can offer.
Mayor, parang wala ka pang 2 buwan, no? Na mayor naman nila.
1 month and 15 days, I guess, most likely.
Pero parang ang dating sa amin, no? It's like parang shock and awe, no? Ang daming nangyari over the past month. Ang dami. I mean, I can imagine na inside.
Analyst ka nga, no?
Pinaprocess mo pa rin, no?
Aray ko sa taipik ko. Sorry, hindi ako makatawa masyado.
I know.
You got me there.
Yeah, it's a very
with
shock
all
and
honesty.
awe approach, no? Kitang-kita ko na parang wow, in 1 month ang dami nangyari, no? Literally you're cleaning up places, hindi lang cleaning up the system. Is this coming from years and years of nung you were, kasi I'm sure back in the days talagang pinag-isipan mo if one day pinagpalat ka ng Diyos at nakuha mo yung ganitong position, these are the things you're doing. Kasi I know you talk about data and public policy that is based on research. But this is so quick and yet so well done that it seems matagal na pinag-isipan ito, no?
One, I've been in the local government for the past 18 years.
Yes.
And I was fortunate to President Rodrigo Duterte's. I was given an opportunity, fortunate enough, to understand national government
Policy,
also.
As USEC of,
As being
USEC,
the chairman and president of
North Rail.
GOCC, North Rail, North Luzon Railway Corporation, and to Undersecretary of DSWD. So, with those experience, plus my personal experience as a poor boy from Tondo, and then nadagdagan pa ng kaunti ng academic background or knowledge. I've been trying to share this approach to my predecessor and other mayors of Manila when I was then the vice mayor and councilor. But I respect their views. I respect their policy. It may differ from what I thought or what I think. So when I was given an opportunity, maraming salamat sa mga taga-lungsod ng Maynila at maraming salamat sa Diyos. these things, or whatever happening that you appreciate, and I'm thankful to you and to the people who appreciate the effort that our city government is doing. Lahat yan, ano yan, naipong pagnanais.
Yes.
Sorry. Naipong pagnanais, talagang may konting gigil. Because, one, it cannot be denied.
Yes.
Masyado na kaming chaotic.
Mm.
There's no government.
Mm.
There's tyranny in the streets. Anarchy.
Mm.
Everybody wanted to have the piece of the action. Piece of the pie. No. From the bottom up. Everybody wanted to do their
So
own.
walang central organizing principle, kumbaga.
Yes. Walang direksyon. Yeah. Exactly. So, sabi ko, hindi po pwedeng ganito. We have to lose some to gain some. We cannot win them all. We have to put order. We have to put certainty in policy making and in governance and implementing rule of law in the city of Manila. So having said that, yun ang direction namin. We really wanted to have a greener city, more open green space, more vibrant, a place to live.
Mayor, are you surprised with the level of attention you're getting? Hindi lang dito sa Manila, hindi lang dito sa Luzon, but it's increasing international, no? Kanina lang, no? May mga ambassadors and envoys from different countries. Nakita ko sa news, but the Russian ambassador was inviting you over, no? May pivot to Russia rin yata, Manila. Like, did you expect this? Ganito magiging response ng everyone, so much goodwill, so much support. And I know it's coming from frustration to kasi, you know, I saw you have a Lee Kuan Yew something there. I'm sorry if I said that.
It's okay.
But
It's my favorite.
pero alam ko,
It's
sa
one of
ating
my favorite.
kasaysayan, you know, back in the days when Singapore was nothing, we were the Singapore of Asia during the
Yes.
galleon trade. Manila was between the New World and China. So this is an ancient, important city. Hindi lang ito basta-basta.
If I'm not
syudad,
mistaken, I think, I may be wrong, but there was a time even Singapore borrowed money, trying to borrow money from the Philippines. So, well, I'm just grateful. The people of Manila is grateful to this goodwill of the respective countries being represented by their ambassadors going to the city government of Manila, visiting and offering assistance. Yes, I guess there's a level of frustration. I can feel it when we talk off record. No? Talagang kaya that's why offers are being given to us as a matter of assistance. When I was asked by, I think it was a group of USAID, or even the US government for that matter, I was asked, what do you want us to do? How can we help?
Yes.
And I told them, okay, are you sure about your question? And blah.
Mahabang listahan niya.
Then I tried to prioritize. Sabi ko, you know, sir, we really have a geographical problem. Manila is composed of waters. We have creeks, rivers, and bay on the west side of the city.
So yung topography ay medyo complicated.
Medyo challenging. Well, challenging if you see it differently. But I look at it as a value.
As an asset.
As an asset. You know, anywhere in this world, sa mga maunlad na syudad o bayan, anything that is with water is expensive.
Yes.
Okay. Now, having said that, and I said to one of the greatest challenges of Manila is flooding.
Correct.
Sabi ko siya, don't get me wrong. I think DPWH is doing it. The city of Manila is doing it. But we're not addressing it. Can I ask you, please, once and for all, can you come up with a study of our drainage system and the entire geography of 43 square kilometers of the city of Manila? I really wanted to resolve flooding in the city. And I think it will not be resolved during my time.
Mapping?
Yes,
Parang ganun na.
everything, everything that you know, everything, every available technology. Just come up with a book,
Right.
a book wherein that can be our Bible for us to channel, address one at a time, offer solution, and put direction that maybe in the next 15 years or 20 years of the city of Manila, our children of tomorrow will not suffer flooding while going to their respective schools.
Right.
And I want to resolve it. You know,
And you believe possible? You think we can do it?
I think it's possible. Every year we spend money for drainage system. Every year we spend money for our roads, even DPWH included, no? Including DPWH. But sabi ko nga sa kanya, you know, ironically, we have drainage system and we have a creek. Our street is flooded, but the creek is not full. Half full. How come? Drainage system, creeks, rivers, these are natural catch basin.
Pinag-aralan.
Sabi ko sa kanya, sabi ko, yes, it's logic.
Yeah.
That's where we put all the waters and everything. You know? That's why it has to be treated because it will end up to Manila Bay or in the sea or in the ocean. But that is the sad part. We have water in the streets, in our streets. We have drainage system, but our creek is not full. So there must be something wrong. And sabi ko, so that's why if you really wanted to help us, please fund the study. I don't know if it will take you 1 year or 2 years. I just want something that every year, if we are going to spend about 700 million peso in our roads or drainage system or clogging, the clogging programs, at least alam ko, in the next 3 years, in the next 6 years, or in the next 9 years, we're addressing it.
So, ang feeling niya is maraming stopgap measures, band-aid lang yung mga solution na yan at kailangan natin yung sustained long-term overhaul ng ating basic infrastructure.
Yes,
no?
I believe
Yeah.
it's... I think ganun ang nangyayari. Kasi gumagawa naman ng DPWH, gumagawa naman ang Maynila. So yun, at isa naman yung Smart City, Singapore, the other one is study about good practices. The other one is environment. The British ambassador offered greening the city. Now, nakakatuwa
Overwhelming,
lang.
no?
Nakakatuwa lang because this is not for me.
Yes.
This is not for me. This is for the people of Manila.
Yeah.
And then if I can be an instrument or a bridge for others who wanted to help the city and the people of Manila, then I'll be happy to be the bridge. Anyway, laway lang yun. Wala naman akong puhunan eh. Kapal moks lang. Tama, kapal nga itong kanan ko dahil namamaga.
Hindi naman obvious, Mayor.
But the thing is, I don't mind. I don't mind begging. I don't mind asking for help. I'm not asking for myself. I'm asking in behalf of the people of Manila. So,
Mayor, medyo rewind tayo ng konti kasi medyo iba yung ginawa natin dito. Usually, dun sa simula ng interview, tinatanong namin, how did you enter into politics? Si Prime Minister Martin nga, tinanong namin, paano ka naging politician? Medicine naman tinapos mo. Yung palang sagot niya, hindi siya nakapasa dun sa scholarship ng law, kaya medicine ang kinuha niya. Pero politika talagang gusto niya. So we do a little bit of a background. Kayo, how did you enter into politics? I mean, I hear a lot of stories. Yung isang story nung nag-perform ka sa Luneta yata in the 90s. Tapos meron kang apparition.
We have engagement with Daddy Wawi at the time.
Yes.
No?
So when is this? 1996? 1997? Mga ganun?
Yes. But the thing is, nung tumakbo ako, alam mo, I was asked so many times and I always say, wala lang.
You think it's a matter of destiny? You feel there's something speaking to you? God
Hindi
is
naman.
speaking
Ayoko namang, at least, at the very least, I just joined. I felt so blessed. I came from nothing, literally from the gutter of society. Then all of a sudden, magangang buhay ko, maraming salamat sa GMA7. Maraming salamat kay Kuya Germs. Maraming salamat kay Daddy Wawi.
Right.
Including Lars and Tiago. you know,
Parang
these
hindi
people.
ka panipaniwala yung buhay niya. Masyado siyang, I mean, I'm not questioning. I'm saying
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so...
It's impossible.
It's surreal, right? Parang magical realism eh. So
Yes,
you really
I
came
cannot-
from
I-
Tondo, you really did all yung nagbasurero pa kayo, nagpagpag.
Ganito.
Is this true? Like, wow.
Yung kumain ka ng tira ng tao,
Yeah, I mean,
sa basurahan. It's hard to believe. You ask my teacher, you ask my classmates, you ask my neighbors, you ask them. They know. But what can I do? Talagang ganun ang buhay. May pinanganganak na mayaman, may gintong kutsara sa bibig ang mga magulang. Meron naman mga bata na pinanganganak na salat ang salat sa kabuhayan ang mga magulang nila. So, sino i-blame ko? Nobody.
But
It's
you
just
had-
that this is life. So, sinuwerte ako, payback naman ako. Why not serve?
so you felt na ngayon na medyo bumangon kayo sa kahirapan, it's time to
Literal.
give back to the community.
Yes.
Yes.
Ganun kasimple. In
Ganon
fact,
kasimple, yeah.
high school finish lang ako when I started in government. Nakatikim din ako ng
And
mga...
youngest counselor.
Yes,
naging
youngest counselor ever elected in the city of Manila.
Youngest vice mayor also. No?
Youngest vice
and
mayor.
youngest mayor.
And youngest mayor
Maybe
elected.
God is saying something.
I don't know.
So-
I cannot promise you tomorrow, but the thing is, I just really wanted to excel in
And
my
ano yung
field.
mga biggest challenges, yung mga wake-up call sa inyo? I mean, it's one thing to enter idealistically into public service. It's another thing na makikita mo talaga yung, hindi lang hirap ng tao, pero ang hirap ng trabaho ng mga
Yung
tao
academic.
sa gobyerno. Yeah.
I saw the needs of the academic as a tool. Yung academic needs ng mga tao sa pamahalaan. So malaking bagay din talaga. So I was fortunate that Danny Lacuna, the former
Yes.
vice mayor,
And father of your teammate.
father
no?
of
Yeah, yeah,
Vice Mayor
yeah.
Hani Lacuna, you know,
He mentored you.
Yes, and enlightened me to, you know, if you're really into it, sabi niya, kailangan mag-aral ka. You know, so, mabait naman ang tadhana.
Why do you think he mentored you? May nakita siya sa inyo in terms of your dedication? Did he tell you anything po? Like,
Wala naman.
bakit kayong pinili niya to mentor of
siguro-
all these counselors and people?
Because he's the vice mayor. And I'm a counselor who argues, debate, and try to participate
So,
in the local
na-impress siya.
legislative process.
Sino
I don't
makulit
know.
na batan to?
Sabi niya, mukhang makulit tong batan to.
I-channel lang mabuting energy niya.
Siguro gusto niya, I don't know with him. Siguro gusto lang niya lihain ako.
Right, right.
And I'm grateful to former Vice Mayor Danny Lacuna.
And Mayor, we were also told, or I've known that there were people na ina-underestimate ka, na high school graduate lang yan, hindi yan marunong mag-English, at least back in the days. Of course, now you're fantastic. How did you cope with that, yung mga ganitong, you know,
Well, I'm
these
still human
insults
being.
yeah.
I'm still human being.
I'm sure it was hurtful at
Yeah,
some
yeah.
point, of course. Yeah.
Oh, ayoko naman maging parang robot na pagka plastic mo naman na hindi ka nakararamdam ng sakit ng damdamin kapag ka napagsasabihan ka ng hindi maganda. But ang isa pang blessings ko, marami ako naging matandang kaibigan. So
Who
I
mentored
was
you?
I was guided by principle. By principle in life, no, on how to approach things. So kaya yun, ikinipit balikat ko na lang and I use it as a challenge. Yung aking pagkukulang na hindi ko naman naikubli at marahil bahagi rin na hindi ko kasalanan, dala lang ng katatayuan ko sa buhay. Gusto ko mag-aral. In fact, gusto ko maging kapitan ng barko. Because I always believe that the only thing for a person para umakyat, kailangan niya ng isang tool, and this important tool is education. Without this, wala kang stepping board. Di ba? But, so, kaya yun, sa awa ng Diyos, natugunan ko naman yung kakulangan kong pang-akademya. At hindi yun ginawa ko lang para sa iyo
Right.
bilang mamamayan.
Right.
At least para na rin sa akin
course.
bilang tao. Oo, and,
Personal development.
personal development, not only for you, but also to develop myself and make myself more efficient, or be part of the solution instead of pointing fingers and part of giving problems to a problem. I think yun, doon ako sinuwerte because of those academic opportunities
Yes.
that was given to me.
About, yeah.
Mas
Sinulit na,
nag-iba
Yeah.
yung perspektibo.
Mayor, you won almost all of your political battles,
No, I
except
lost.
except
I
except
lost
the
in the
one in
Senate.
2016. Many
Almost
peop-
there.
Almost there, but many people say na actually, pag natalo ka, mas marami ka pang natutunan. It actually helps you to
Of
grow
course.
even more, no? And of course, you serve in national positions also afterwards. And the point is, alam ko masakit din yung nangyari sa 2016 because you were supposed to run for mayor and somehow you were, politically, I would not put it euphemistically, you were betrayed in a sense, or probably a promise was not fulfilled. How did you cope with that experience? Kasi medyo you went through some phase, no? 2016 to 18.
Ano yun eh? It teaches you a lesson. One of the lessons that you really have to be very careful with the people.
Trusting people, yeah.
People.
I think the
It
Bible,
it doesn't matter whether they used to be the president of the country or they're superstars. And
Yeah.
You really have to be very careful. That's one thing. But that's water under the bridge. I move on. In fact, I was modest. I'm the first who, said, maraming salamat sa'yo. The following day, when I'm seeing that numbers are, hindi na ako aabot. Although, konting-konti pa hindi na ako aabot. Tanggap kagad.
Yeah.
Move on. Accept. You failed. Nobody's to blame. Kundi ikaw.
wag bitter, move on.
Huwag kang kumakain ng ampalaya sa politika. Because ang ampalaya maganda yan sa diabetes. No, hindi yan maganda sa buhay.
Pinakbet yung mga food namin.
Hindi yan maganda sa buhay.
Yeah.
So, tayo, I move on, read some materials, develop myself in a coffee shop, psychologically, emotionally, and muni-muni. Yun ang pinakamalagandang parte nga pala ng pagkakadapa ng tao. Kaya yung pagkakadapa, minsan para lang yung preno.
Yeah.
Preno lang, parang
It's a
hinto lang.
setup to grow up.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a
parang
setup to
gano'n
grow
na
up, yeah.
there are always two sides of the coin.
Correct.
Of the coin, no? Kaya depende sa mindset mo o perspective mo.
Mayor, ano sa tingin niyo? Because I've heard you said something like mahalaga yung self-public projection ng isang leader. Kayo po, medyo galing sa Tondo, sabi niyo, sa nanay niyo, medyo nakuha yung waray ba yan?
Waray-waray
palaban,
nanay ko.
yeah, medyo palaban na side. But nonetheless, napansin ko, very ingat kayo doon sa public statements niyo. You try to calibrate your language. Even doon nakikita ko frustrated kayo. Is it important for a leader to be careful with what they say and their words and all? Or
Yes.
authentic if you just say whatever you want? Anong philosophy niyo po dyan?
One, as a general rule,
As a general rule, yes.
you really have to be very careful. Especially in a particular position. Two,
Dahil,
kasi it's going to be a policy.
so the word of an executive will become
A
the
policy.
policy of the government. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
without even writing it.
Correct.
Because a lot of people down the line would always use and utilize words coming from your mouth. And it may send you, or you might be sending
Yes. The wrong signal or
the wrong signal.
Yeah.
Oh, sabi niya, hindi yan ang order ko. Ito yung order ko. Ganyan. No? So, that's why,
So
as a
people will
general,
suffer. Yeah, as a general.
As a general, pangkalahatan yan.
Yeah.
Kahit anong kulay, anong lahi,
Anong
o
position.
anong
Yeah.
forms of government,
Yes.
whether it is parliamentary,
Presidential.
everything. No? Two, you have to be human.
In what
Kailangan
sense?
makita ka pa rin ng tao na marunong ka magalit. Pag mali, nagagalit ka eh.
Yeah.
But you have to control it in a way. Kailangan makita pa rin kung ano yung totoo ka. if there's one good thing about President Duterte, inano niya, nilalabas niya yung kanyang damdamin towards a situation.
So you're emotionally transparent to a certain degree dapat.
Yes, kasi yun yung relatable eh.
Correct.
Kasi yun yung normal.
Hindi yung
Ang
parating
abnormal,
yung poker face
may
pa.
gulo na,
Oo.
poker face ka pa.
Yeah.
Depende yon sa sitwasyon. It's being taught also in political management
Yeah.
on how to deal with certain circumstances in public speaking. Kasi meron kang kailangan tawagong what we call white lies.
Correct.
Because you don't want to create more
Panic.
panic.
Yes,
Di ba?
yeah.
Meron ka talagang ikinukubli na hindi dahil sa intensyon may masama.
So yung trabaho ng leader is also emotional management dun sa public. No?
Talagang
How to channel it in the right direction.
Oo, kaya magandang mag-ingat, tapos maging totoo, and kailangan calibrated din. You really have to calibrate yourself. Ako, katulad ko, kumisan, lumalabas yung naturalesa ko.
Yes.
So, kasi ayoko naman talaga magkubli.
Correct.
But I really have to be firm in certain policies so that it will have an end game. Kasi while you bend sometimes, thinking like kawayan. Alam mo, kaya yung kawayan, kaya matibay sa bagyo yan.
Kasi pwede mag-adjust.
Kasi nag-a-adjust siya minsan.
Yes.
During trouble times, he bends. Pero,
Flexible but firm. Yeah.
yes.
Flexible but
Unlike
firm.
yung mga nara, mga
Mag-break
matigas
yan.
tumitila po niyan, di ba? Because anong tawag diyan na matigas ang ulo.
Pasaway.
Matigas ang ulo. So when you look at kawayan as a matter of metaphor in governance,
So
sometimes
firm yung foundation pero
firm ka talaga.
flexible yung channeling.
Kasi,
that's a good metaphor.
Kasi ano yan it may vary. You know, an insurgency in Afghanistan and an insurgency in Mindanao,
different.
it's different, but it's armed conflict. Both. Pag tinignan mo siya, general principle, armed conflict to. But iba kasi ang issue dito, iba ang issue dito. So, hindi mo yan pwedeng gamitin na limbawa. Let's just say, I'll use the American way of dealing it. I'll deal it with here in Mindanao. Hindi pwede. Kasi bakit? Iba hugot nila sa hugot ng mga kababayan natin. So, you really have to go to the history. That's why we were taught by our teachers, our professors, our elders, always be reminded of the things of the past. Ang hindi lumingon sa pinanggalingan na hindi makararating sa paroroonan. Tama eh.
Correct.
So, yun. Pag sa public, I just want to be natural. And sometimes,
And the kids are
more
watching
natural.
you, right?
Natural.
You have children, you have kids. You want them to look at a leader na, who sets a good example, isn't it?
In a way, I cannot, ganito yun. I can never be right all the time.
Sure.
But I want to be just all the time. Being just is being fair. Yun eh. Yun yung sinasabi ko sa iyo na minsan, okay, this is the rule, but is there an option or elbow room for us to move a little?
So, principle dynamism. Yung prinsipyo mo ay klaro, pero dynamic ka sa different
kailangan
situation.
Hindi pa pwedeng straight because, all the way straight because baka nawawala na yung compassion.
Yeah. Masyadong
Ang leader, one of the virtue of leaders na nakita ko ito yung what I have learned. While they use this, they also use this. Kasi this is for the people. This is for the law.
Right.
For the books. This is governance. So if you mix it together, then I think you will be somewhat being just.
So warm heart and cool thought and mind.
That's why you saw me forgiving a person in front of a live broadcast.
Correct. Even
To send a very good message that, medyo tolerable pa naman yung ginawa, pero huwag ka na ulit
Right.
Wala nang Pasko sa susunod na araw. Di ba? So para bang, di ba? You understand why these people committed such maybe petty crime or petty situation. What pushed him?
So yung
Or her.
konteksto, no? Anong
Oo.
pinanggalingan ng tao?
Because that's what you call compassion.
Yeah.
If you cannot understand your people, puro lip service lang, wala yan. Yan na yung shotgun approach.
Right.
Press release na lang para sa ano tayo, ganyan,
Right.
sector na ganito. Pero sa totoo, walang inner or in-depth understanding.
Ng konteksto, no? Pinanggalingan. At chance for redemption, rehabilitation.
Of course,
paano yan?
why? The only righteous person I know is Jesus. I mean, he can never be wrong. God will never be wrong. Diba? And as a human being, I can never be right. No. Next, baka tomorrow magkamali ako. Or the next week magkamali ako. But as much as possible, the probability of making mistakes is trying to be limited. Kasi hindi naman to target range.
Right.
Ang gobyerno, hindi yan parang shooting range na try mo, baka pwede. Kaya ako sinasabi
Yes.
sa'yo, I would try, but with data.
Yeah. Hindi pa rin trial error na shooting in the dark.
Mahirap yun. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe for some it
For
is
some.
effective, but for me, no.
That's not
Ang
yun.
umaasa
That's
sa
not.
amin is about 1.8 million nighttime population and about 3 million daytime population. And I have to manage about 10,000 barangay officials from SK to Tanuj. And Tanuj is about 20,000. So that 30,000 alone. Barangay alone. Hindi ba natin pag-uusapan yung mamamayan? And there will be 3 million people will walk, pass by, in and out of the city. So, can you imagine the concept of bubble gum of Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew? Just simple policy. Can you imagine bubble gum is a state issue created by Mr. Lee Kuan Yew?
Micromanager siya eh.
But when you saw yung epekto. Sabi niya, if magnitude, if I have about 5 million visitors, if I allow them to chew bubble gum and spit it in the streets, there will be 5 million robbers in our streets. Di ba? And I will send my people, I vividly, sabi, I will send my people and use government's resources just to scrape all those bubble gum, wherein you can still enjoy the bubble gum and put it in a proper place. See, pag tinignan mo, no, micro. Pero sa totoo, hindi. Minacro niya yun. Kasi he has data. It's about what? 5 million, 6 million people who is not familiar with your culture, who is not familiar with your rules, familiar with your tradition.
At alis na rin kaagad.
Kagad. So, this is what you call, that's my personal...
Visionary leadership.
Visionary leader. He envisioned things. Kasi ang leaders, you see that wall? An ordinary person would see it's a white wall. But a leader will see it differently, what's behind the wall. And that's how you do it. I don't know. I just learned these things through the years of experience. Don't get me wrong that I know and I have solutions to all the problems. It's just that the basic principle, nililay down natin, yung basic concept, nililay down natin, para yung pundasyon, medyo maganda. On how we're going to build floors by floors, is matter of pamumuno.
Yes.
Di ba?
Mayor, malakas kayo sa issue ng anti-corruption at law and order, but at the same time, na-emphasize din yung kahalagahan ng karapatan pang tao. How do you balance these two issues? Do you think that they compete? Or do you think that actually by emphasizing human rights, you can also bring about law and order?
Okay, yeah. Human rights. Everybody has a rights. I have rights. No? It's being protected as a general rule in this world. You know, talagang binibigyan ng palaga. But ako, the way I look at it, kung yung suspect or person of interest has human rights, the same thing with the enforcers. He has family, And ang pinakaayaw ko sa lahat is the third person who are passers-by. or what we call collateral damage.
Right.
Innocent. Di ba? Now, who am I to say that you're guilty? No, it's not for me, it's the court.
Yeah. May
But
due
there-
process.
Yeah, due process must be observed.
Yeah.
But it is up for our enforcer that if you're being accused, you have to be presented before the court.
Right.
So, and I want you to be in jail if you were found guilty committing crimes. Kasi hanggat maaari, ipinaiiwas ko na magkaroon ng sakitan. Kaya hindi mo napansin, you go back a few days
Right.
with your records in GMA. You go back about a week or 10 days ago. Di ba? I said, halugugin lahat yan. Kunin lahat yan. Sabi ko. Pero pangalagaan ninyo ang kapakanan ng bawat isa. Kaligtasan ng bawat isa, ng enforcer, ng suspect. But in a hostile, you have to be also pragmatic. In a hostile situation, now you're into it there. A suspected person carrying a weapon, whether it is bladed or firearm. At the same time, an enforcer was carrying also firearm, which in this regard, policemen were trained to have this high level of tolerance. Unlike in the army, sa ibang orientation yan, police were trained to have this higher level of tolerance. So I want them to practice that. But I was not given that right. Not to also keep himself put himself into a harm way. Danger.
Vulnerable,
No?
yeah.
No, that's unfair. Even our revised penal code would agree with us that they have to protect themselves also in that circumstances. And it is allowable by law to protect themselves. At the same time, kung ito kasi hostile na to, nadodoon ka na, hindi mo na alam
Yeah.
what is true and what is not. Who is in danger, who is not. Good thing with technology nowadays, nabibisto yung mga ilang umaabuso. Pero yung pagkakamali na yan, should not be a hindrance for us to perform better. In fact, it's the other way around. As I have said, there are two sides of the coin. I will utilize that mistake to be better. That recorded situation should teach us a lesson. See, if you do this will be the effect. So nakita mo, you go back to record. Ano sabi ko? Kayo dyan sa Baseco, umalis na kayo. Saan ka nakakita ng mayor na yung mga sinasabihan yung mga kriminal, umalis na kayo? If you read between the lines, ba't sinabi yun? Kala ko ba, pare-read. Dapat, di ba, yung sinasabi mo, para ba sinabi mo, oy, mga magnanaka, huhulihin ko na kayo. Pwede ba ganun? Well, that's abnormal. What I did is abnormal. It seems on a normal enforcement of laws, no? But what I am after, that's the logic. What I'm after. Ayaw ko kasi may hostile situation. Kasi in a hostile situation, which teaches us a lesson already, in some circumstances recorded, mataas ang risk. Ang galing mo, sir.
Yeah.
Ang galing mo, professor. And I cannot even, sleep that creating policy, somebody will die.
Yeah.
Ano yun?
Laling collateral damage po. Mahal.
Lalo na yung third person. Third party. Mas masakit yun. Bata, which is nangyayari, madalas yan, mga walang malay, inosente.
Mayor, can I say that you have a zero tolerance for extrajudicial killings?
And don't like EJK. I don't like EJK. As far as July 1 and up to date, wala ka namang mapapabalik.
Exactly.
I mean, sa awa naman ng Diyos. I mean, I don't think of this as a holy
holier than thou kind of position.
No. Please.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi ko nga alam na baka anong mangyari bukas at sa susunod na linggo. But
sisikapin nyo.
Yes, there are policies in place, guidance, directions, well intact, well inculcated to the minds of our enforcement. Thanks to General Danao. I agree with I mean, SOPAR is doing good, General Danao of MPD. SOPAR MPD is doing good.
Right, right.
Wala na sigurong pinakamabisa na patunay ay yung mga ipinipresenta namin. Then, we made it better. Paano? Tingnan mo ha, sabi ko siya maganda talagang people's participation eh. O sabi ng mga hindi, may human rights pa rin binabiolate.
Right.
Which, okay, mukhang may sense ka. O hindi, talikod mo. Eh sir, bawal pa rin. Akatalikod na. Hindi ko na nga, takpan mo mukha. The logic behind presenting these people is to show you, professor, that you will go to your school and teach the kids. Or the mother and the father will go to work. Or maybe his children walking down the street. That things are being done.
Yes.
This
They're
is,
safe. The mayor is doing his job. Yeah.
I'm just saying that everybody's
Yes.
trying to do their job,
Right.
and this is suspected criminals will be presented before the court, and due process are being observed, and they're safe. The warm body.
So it's a demonstration effect to reassure the society.
They reassure
Yes.
that there is law and order. We are not only running after peace and order. That because in a civilized world, in a civilized time, we must be guided by law and order.
Right.
Without it, there will be anarchy, chaos, abuse,
And tyranny. Yes.
Yeah. And I don't want to be part of that history of, But, as I have said, uulit-ulitin ko, hanggat maaari, makalap sila ng buhay at isumiti sa husgado.
Right.
Papanagutin sa sala nila sa lipunan.
Right.
Pero, ganun din ang pag-iingat ko sapagkat kawawa naman din ang mga enforcement unit. So, this is now
Rules of engagement.
parang
Yeah.
binabalanse mo. Binabalanse mo.
And the two can work together.
I
Human
think
rights
so.
and
I
law
think
and
so.
order.
I think so. I think so.
Yes.
And crimes can happen anywhere in this world. It's not only in Manila. Not only in the Philippines.
Even in Singapore.
Yes, they have also heinous crime happening in that most developed countries because social yan.
Alam mo, Mayor, nabibitin ako. I'm sure we can have so much more discussion. Now, to lighten up a little bit before we wrap up, no? I know you have a very busy schedule also. Well, sumisikat ka rin for your special lexicon, no? Iskonaryo. But before we go to
That's
that...
me. That's the
Yeah.
other side of
I know
me,
that.
the real one.
But before that, I'm just gonna say certain places in Manila. Can you describe them in just one word? Yung first word na papasok sa utak mo, no? Medyo showbiz style tayo.
Sige.
Okay. Bilang Yormi ng Manila, anong tingin niyo sa Malate? In one word?
Malate is a fun place.
Fun place.
We can entertain anybody in Malate. All sectors, all demographics. In Tondo, a progressive community. Striving.
Palaban, no? Quiapo.
We're the most diverse community.
Right. Paco.
Paco is a rich community. In old school, in old school. In old school. I mean, in old times. Sorry, in old times.
Intramuros.
Our country's history is written in the walls of Intramuros.
Port area.
That economic driver of the city and the country.
Pinondo.
The rich culture and tradition of engagement with Filipino-Chinese. Our history also will dictate that, we've been...
One more, Mayor.
Binondo is...
Okay.
Financial district. Commerce. One word. Ermita is a fun place.
Fashionista. Divisoria. Ibang klase na ngayon, no?
Malinis.
And lastly, ano pong 3 favorite Iskonaryo words niyo? Na I think everyone should learn.
Tolonges.
Ano po yung Tolonges?
Tolonges is...
Wag mo ako itolonges.
Wag mo akong totolongesin. Why? It's adding insult to the injury. Ang taong hindi na nakapag-aral, may kakulangan na sa academic, lolokohin pa. Ang taong may pangangailangan na gipit na, lolokohin pa. That is adding insult. Kaya ayokong tinotolonges ako. I would rather accept the fact that ito mahirap po ito, sir. Sir, ito po problema namin, sir. Ito kulang namin, sir. Harapin na natin ang suliranin. Kaysa naglolokohan. So I don't like Tolonges.
So we need an anti-Tolongis legislation maybe. Second word na favorite niyo.
Ano ba? Kasi common kasi as yung dumadaos-dos. Alam mo yung dumadaos-dos na lang sa dila mo. Like, diyan sa Wakali. Sana direction yun or kaya, ngayon, yung sikat na sikat. Etneb. Etneb kasi, etneb kasi is a common term for so many decades. Parang lagay ang dating. Etneb lang yan. Parang ganun. 20-20 lang.
At zero etneb policy tayo dito.
Tayo yung etneb na sinasabi natin sa vendor. Gusto ko yung resibo ng pamahalaan.
Ayan, may resibo tayo. Maraming salamat,
Thank you.
ISKO. My God, we could have gone forever. Maraming salamat mga kapuso. We will be back soon and we'll have more VIPs in the line. But our first experience with the local government unit official has been so far fantastic. So we promise you more of that. So, kaya mga ibang mayor na Lodi dyan, hintayin nyo kami. Maraming salamat mga kapuso. Welcome to the latest edition of FYI.